Direct from Las Vegas, it's the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show.
Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. We've got Cooking with Chef Michael and interviews with local and international artists, authors, and performers and celebrities, and much, much more. Hi, we're here with Jeremy Herriges, and he is a sports writer of all sorts. And I mean, this guy focuses on boxing and all forms of boxing.
Yeah, primarily I write for Boxing News magazine. I started on a whim just contributing little pieces to BleacherReport.com. And from there, I was lucky enough to where MGM kind of saw what I was doing and said, hey, do you want to write for MLife magazine? I said, sure, that sounds great. And my name kind of took off from there, and now I primarily write for BoxingMagazine.com, Boxing News Magazine, which is in London.
And I noticed, I Googled you, of course, and you're plastered all over the place with all kinds of boxers and in the ring. I mean, but it says your name on it, but it's not you.
Yeah, not me. Yeah.
But that's because you're associated with them, because these are articles that you're putting into your, or photos that you're putting into your articles about the boxers. So now, we were talking a little bit about the popularity of boxing has really increased over the past few years. Can you give us your insight why it has done that?
I think right now it's one name in particular, which is Al Haymon. If you don't know, Al Haymon is really like the master manager of pretty much every premier boxer out there. And he has worked out a deal. At first it was with NBC, where he purchased airtime. And the whole idea was that we're going to kind of take boxing out of the shadows and put it on primetime television again. Well, he worked out a deal with ABC, which is also affiliated with ESPN. And now boxing's everywhere.
It is. It's on NBC, ABC, and CBS.
Yes, CBS is trying to compete with what Al Haymon and NBC have been doing. So now they're showing fights on Saturday nights as well. And HBO and Showtime still do, but they're not the only players in the game anymore.
Well, now we have a really big fight coming up soon. It's the Mayweather-Paschall fight. And you said that you're going to be very involved in that.
Yes, I'm talking to Zab Judah about his time working with Floyd Mayweather, since he's been working with him as a sparring partner to get him prepared for that fight. And that's really my number one source right now for what's going on in that camp. Usually when Pacquiao and Mayweather in any major fight occurs, they usually give the station primary access, and this fight has been really secluded in who's been covering it. So everyone's trying to hear what's going on and want more of it, considering this is going to be by far and away the richest fight in all of boxing history.
When you say the richest fight, what are you talking about? What numbers?
It's, as far as what Floyd Mayweather alone for walking into the ring is making that night, estimates are that he's receiving anywhere in the range of about $150 million. Wow. Just for that one night.
That's a lot. That's whether win or lose,
draw, doesn't matter. And since he's his own promoter with TMT, which is Floyd Mayweather's publishing team, basically he's promoting himself. He gets a cut of the gate, the pay-per-view. And so there's a good chance when it's all said and done, he's walking away with over $200 million from one night's work.
Now for these fights, it's really all about the what they can sell on the TV for all these broadcasts, right?
Yes. And right now, as far as the pay-per-view numbers, it's going to be the most expensive pay-per-view buy. I think it's $99.99. So if you're watching at home, you can spend $100 to watch it. And at the same time, the tickets for the fight have not gone on sale to the public, which is really the first time I've ever heard anything like that. They have been bought up by corporations, companies, and they're expecting that for the first time.
What does that mean? I mean, why would they do that? Instead, you mean they've been bought up by so many different companies that there's nothing available for the regular
Nothing available for
people?
the general public. I think there's an estimated 500 tickets available for the general public, which are going to go on sale. I believe it's next week, and
they'll be scooped up in a minute.
Scooped up in a minute.
Right.
But they're going to go for outrageous prices.
Yeah, outrageous.
So,
and so then most people are going to have to buy it.
Yes.
Bottom line,
yes.
$99.99. And is that going to be on all of the big networks then?
Showtime is the one that's running the pay-per-view in conjunction with HBO. So that was actually one of the reasons why it took so long to make this fight. Manny belonged to HBO. Mayweather belonged to Showtime, and then after all the hassling back and forth, they couldn't pass up the money, and they got it worked out. So they're going to be offering the pay-per-view option.
Well, I know you have something very special coming up soon that you're going to be doing, which your wife isn't very happy about. But tell us a little bit. I was going to ask you, what is the most interesting experience that you've had in boxing? But you said, well, it's actually coming up. Coming up, yes. So what is that experience you're going to have?
Well, I'm going down to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and upcoming, I'm going to be getting tattoos with Deontay Wilder, who's the WBC heavyweight champion of the world.
Now, do you have any tattoos right now?
Zero. I have nothing. No ink or anything.
This has never been an interest of yours?
No, never an interest. I noticed it when I went down there a couple of months ago, right before he won his title, that he had tattoos everywhere. And I mean, he really is a dynamic, polarizing figure. So I kind of got this idea in my head, well, I'm sure a magazine would love to do an article on him. And then it metamorphosized into, well, why don't I get a tattoo with him? And I talked to his manager, JD's. He loved the idea, said, come on down and we'll get you guys tatted up. So that's the experience.
So now, are you going to put it in a place where you can cover it up with a jacket or a shirt?
Yes. I'm thinking on the ribs, but from what I'm told is that's one of the most painful areas.
On the ribs, because it's close to the bone, the ribs.
Yeah, I'm hearing it's very painful.
You want to put it where it's meaty, don't you?
Yeah, you typically do, and you know, I figure that this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so I can grit my teeth and bear the pain.
Have you thought about what you're going to put on?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the opening quote from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas with some of the artwork from the novel, since I love Hunter S. Thompson and his work, so it means something to me.
Okay, so tell us where people can find out about all your articles. I know you have a website.
Yes, you can Google BleacherReport.com and my name, Jeremy Herriges. You can also check BoxingNewsMagazine.com. Along with BoxingInsider.com.
Great. Now, do you have any advice you would give to young sports writers starting out right now?
Yes, I would say just follow your dream, put in a lot of hard work, and don't be afraid of being told no. Really, the way I got into it is that I knew a lot about boxing, and I really loved to write. So I kind of just pitched out a bunch of ideas to different people. I had sample writings that I threw out there, and I maybe got 40 no's and 1 yes.
So don't give up.
Don't give up.
Keep asking.
That's the biggest part.
Keep writing and keep researching the data that you need to know. Well, thank you so much, Jeremy Herriges, for being here on the show today.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Sandy Kastel, and I love entertainment, but I also have a great passion for real estate. Do you need your home sold? Well, if anyone can sell your home, I can. Call 702-348-5707. That's 702-348-5707. I'm Sandy Kastel, putting the customer first. Hi, I'm here with Dick Kastel, otherwise known as Dad. So, Dad, I know that you've talked a little bit about your history with the music, and we've talked about that in the past, but let our listeners know a little bit about how you got started in music and why the saxophone.
Well, because the banjo was hurting my fingers.
Okay.
and the saxophone was easier to play. I really wanted to be a drummer, but they're too noisy, so my father wouldn't let me have a drum.
Oh, he wouldn't. Well, who was your inspiration as a saxophonist?
Charlie Parker.
Oh, that's a good one. Anybody else?
He's the boss.
No. Well, I know that when you were a kid, you were a little bit of a troublemaker, and you said that music saved your life if you had not been a musician.
Yeah, I got too busy. I got too busy to do bad things. I'm doing rehearsals and playing so much, so I couldn't do bad things, yeah.
So if you were, of course, you know, I know that you've been playing. How many instruments do you play now?
Now?
Yeah.
Well, I sold all of the ones that were giving me headaches, like the oboe, the English horn, and all that kind of stuff.
You sold all those, right?
Yeah, but I just mostly play jazz, tenor, and a little bit of flute, you know.
And then you played the alto, but you have played the alto.
Oh yeah,
soprano,
I was mainly an lead alto player all my life, but you get more solos on tenor, so I play this tenor now.
So what do you think of Chef Michael's cooking?
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in my will.
Oh, he said it on the air. Oh my gosh.
I've got 9 cars I'm gonna let him have.
I've been waiting for such a long time.
Well, I know you love his cooking, and I know he's always making.
Oh, he's
special
he
dishes
takes
for
very
you.
good care of me. Every time I come in here, he shoves a meatball down my throat.
That's right.
Then he makes me a milkshake, and I drink the milkshake. And I'm trying to keep my weight down, but it's really difficult around this house here.
Well, so if you were going to give advice to any young new musician out there, what would it be?
The same advice I told you when you were a little girl.
Get a job.
Get a job. Don't go into show business.
Don't go into show business. Now, wait a minute. We can't not go into show business because we love it.
No,
so
that's the way it goes,
if we love it, what would you say the best advice to do is to do?
Get a day job.
Get a day job.
And if you're a girl singer, sing. That's great. Go out and enjoy yourself, sing, but don't try to make a living out of it. Unless you can find a rich man to support you.
Well, that's straight from my dad's mouth. This is Dick Kastel. Thanks so much, Dad, for being on the show. It's always great to have you here. And, of course, I love you.
Yeah, well, I just came for the meatballs.
Yeah, see, he came for the meatballs. We'll say bye, Chef Michael.
Bye.
She's been thrilling audiences all around the world. Now you're going to be thrilled at the latest album from singer-songwriter Sandy Kastel. Get your copy now of Indiana Rain.
Indiana rain coming down in the middle of the night.
WIMA. What does that mean, Sandy?
Women and Men in Music and Arts.
WIMA.
Empowering artists of all ages through education, mentoring, and scholarships.
What a great feeling to give these scholarships to these people that need it.
I know, and you can go to WIMAfoundation.org, become a member, or make a donation.
Hello?
Hey, sweetheart, it's Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Where's Mommy?
Just tell me you got the day off.
Actually, I got the whole week off. We're taking a trip. Sarah, I'm just so sorry about everything. I really want to make this week.
Hi, I'm here with Melissa Salinas, and she's an actress, a producer. It's good to have you here today.
Thank you so much.
So now you started out in Texas. Where were you born in Texas?
I was born in a small town, Edinburgh, Texas.
Okay.
Then I moved to Austin. Was there for about 5 years, and then I moved to Las Vegas.
So why did you decide to make the move here to Las Vegas?
Really what made me move to Vegas was I just wanted to venture out, just kind of pursue my passion in acting. And it's exactly what I did. And it turned out perfect for me.
So now you're producing?
Yes.
You're doing commercials?
Commercials, producing in films. Right now, as a matter of fact, we have a film that we're working on with Michael Madsen, Run for Roxanne. I'm a producer with Darkwater Productions. And super excited, we have a lot of films in production and development right now that I'm super excited about, and I can't talk about all of them, but
it's a secret.
Yeah, it's a secret, but that's why it's stay tuned.
That's right, stay tuned. So when you got into the business, what was your main goal?
My main goal was basically to pursue my passion, my dream. Since I was a child, I literally tell my friends, I think I came out of the womb ready to act. I mean, if you saw photos of me, I was posing. 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. I was
so you love the camera?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love to perform. I love to entertain.
So do you get a lot of roles as a leading lady or as a character actor?
Leading
Mostly
and support.
Leading, right?
Leading and support, right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then, so as a producer, how is it different being behind the camera instead of in front of the camera?
I love both. I love being a producer and an actor. Producing, you get to create. As an actor, you're given the role, so you really can't create. I mean, you can be creative with your role, but you can't create anything else. So, as a matter of fact, I'm producing and acting in a film called Sinister Falls that's coming soon. So I'm excited about that one as well.
Now, do you get authors or different people that have written books? And is that
no, we haven't gotten there yet.
Is it all screenwriters?
Screenwriters,
okay.
yes.
And
that write a script.
And they submit them to you?
Correct.
Or do you go out seeking anything in particular?
We do both, actually. We do both. But we have writers and directors that write the script, and then we have people we have castings, that we have, actors come and audition for the roles. Like if I'm a producer and I feel like I want to produce something, I can select my role. But if I'm just an actor, I have to audition for the role.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the funniest thing that's ever happened to you when you've been either acting or producing?
The funniest? Well, there was a time when I was filming Ominous. That movie has been released and selling worldwide. We were filming in Mount Charleston and in a beautiful, beautiful cabin. And I was in the middle of a scene, and there was a bat on the corner of the wall. And I was like, I cannot do my scene. There's a bat staring at me right now.
So you were watching?
I was like, guys, I can't do this. And everybody started laughing at me. It's like, it's just a bat.
Did they catch the bat?
No, we couldn't. It was the ceiling was so high.
So now, how did you bring together your team?
Actually, it's funny you asked that. When I first moved here, I got into acting with commercials and stuff, so I kind of got that started. Then I was cast as a mother for one of the local commercials here in town for Walker Furniture. And the boy who played my son, I became friends with his mother, like really quickly. So she's the owner of Darkwater Productions. Her name is Shari Flaherty. And so that's kind of how we got into that. And so the team kind of is like a family. So that's how we got started.
So do you have any kind of ideas that you want to pursue? Like if you wanted to do a new production that is from one of your ideas, what would you do? Would you write it? Or would you work with a screenwriter?
I wouldn't write it. I'm not good at writing, but we have writers that I can just give them the ideas, the highlight points as to what concept I have that I want to materialize into a script. And so they'll write it, and then we'll do the character breakdown and find location, and so that's kind of how it evolves into an actual film.
And then do you have somebody who actually scouts the locations for you here?
Oh yeah, we have everybody. Yeah. We have everybody to location scouting, to writing the script, to casting auditions. We have the whole entire group.
Do you work with all the agencies here in town, or do you reach out into Los Angeles?
We
and
reach
New York?
out into Los Angeles. We're going to be filming a movie in Los Angeles starting in June, and that one in particular is we're working in association with another film production company.
Okay, so when you have a casting call, where do you usually do that? At
Here or LA?
Both places.
Yes.
And then do you get a lot of people out of LA?
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So if somebody wants to get into one of your productions,
sure.
Do they go to the website?
Yes.
Do you have a casting?
Yes,
where you're
and in the email blast that I just
Okay.
mentioned, we'll have a character breakdown. Well, hey, we're going to have an audition for such and such role and for such and such film. So that's how it works.
Do you go through? Do you do any films that are particular to any kind of culture, or you go across the board?
Across the board.
Okay.
It's not gender
So it's not specific.
No.
Okay. So where can people find out about you? Where's your website?
Darkwaterproductions.com.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have Facebook and Twitter and all that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what
and
is,
Instagram too. By the way.
So do you ever work in mentoring any other people that are coming up in the business?
As a matter of
Students?
fact, I love helping other actors because I know where I was when I was getting started, and I wish I would have had someone like me help me when I was getting started. So I love consulting other actors and telling them, how to guide them and mentor them into following their dreams. So if that answers your question.
Yeah. So what would be the advice that you would give a young actress or actor starting out in the business today?
My advice would be you got to train. If you really want to sharpen your skill as an actor, you have to train. There's no two ways about it. You have to get yourself agent, a manager. You'll get to a level where you feel like you've gotten to do well as an actor. So then you get your manager, you get your agent. Make sure you have your headshot and resume. You have to be very professional. If you want to be considered as a serious actor, you have to be professional.
And do we have any clips to show our audience?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so we'll get you some clips and we'll show them to our audience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show, and I'm looking forward to seeing all your new productions coming out.
Thank you so much, Sandy. It's been a pleasure being here with you.
Thank you.
Mitch, I've tried so hard to try to forget.
And Chef, what do you have here for us?
Well, this is something nice. This is what you call a chicken cutlet. Very simple to make. Now, if you notice, it's already in the egg. So what you do, ladies and gentlemen, you get your eggs, you get your milk, you get your garlic, you add your salt, you add your pepper, and you add your parsley. Again, like I said, salt, pepper, parsley, garlic, and you beat it up. Now, what I've done is I let this stay in the refrigerator for 2 hours, and what's nice about the chicken, it soaks everything up. Now, Dad, what I want you to do is to watch what I'm doing. You get your chicken cutlet like this. As you can see the chicken cutlet, and you put it in your breadcrumb. You go like this, you put it on top, and then with your hand like a ninja, see that? And you go down like that. And you pound it down every so gently. You get up and you shake it like you do shake, rattle, and roll. You know, and then you pour it like that. You put it on top. I'll do one more. You go like this, Dad. Watch me again. You go like this. I got you doing the fish, okay? And this is what you do. And you pound it down like that, and you go like this, and you every so gently put it in the dish. It's all you, Dad. Come on, give it a shot here. That's the way to do it. Pick it up. Yeah, you're doing a hell of a job there. Oh, yeah. By the time you get done, you'll be 90. Here we go. Keep on going. Okay. That's it. This is what I want you to do. That's the way to do it. Oh, yeah. That looks great. Keep going. Don't stop now, big guy. It's all you. That's the way to do that. That's terrific. Oh, great. That's fantastic.
Now, you know, Dad taught me how to cook when I was a little girl, so he does know how to cook.
He does.
You know what you're doing.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Sandy said to me yesterday, take me someplace I've never been.
Doesn't she get a turn?
And I took, wait a minute, no, I got some special. So I took Sandy to the kitchen. I don't believe.
Special for you.
You know, it's funny, last night you know, it's funny, Dad, I got to tell you a story. We fell asleep on the chair, and naturally I feel comfortable sleeping on the floor, so I slept on the floor last night. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I said to Sandy, would you get me a glass of water? She said, sure, honey. She put the dog bowl right next to me. It was a horrible thing, but I guess that's, what am I going to do?
Hey, you asked for water.
If it's good enough for my dog, it should be good enough for you.
True, you're right. And he's doing it. Keep on going, Dad. That's looking good. That's the way to do it. Oh, boy. Look at that workmanship. I want everybody to know this is Dick Kastel, one of the greatest. Sandy, greatest saxophone players ever. He conducts for us in Pahrump with the 16-piece band. Played with Tommy Dorsey, Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa. He played with Frank Sinatra, Harry James. One of the greatest saxophone players ever. And I'm so proud that he's on our show today. And it's so nice. And I hope I'm in the will. Anyway, put that in. You got one more piece over there. Oh, that looks great. And then we're going to fry that. Now, see that's how it's done?
I hope this tastes better than it looks.
Oh, the taste is fantastic. You're doing a great job over here. Fantastic.
Good.
Okay, that sounds great. Just pick that up over there.
I forgot to wash my hands.
Don't worry about it.
No, now he tells you.
We'll cut that right out of there. We're going to cut that section out. Sounds great. Okay, that goes over like this. Thank you, Dad. Wash your hands there. Beautiful. Okay, Melissa, I need you next to me over here. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the wonderful, beautiful Melissa. How pretty. Okay. You know, we're going to make an orange roughy dish. Now, when people say, why do you leave it in milk? Here's a little secret, Sam. I don't know if you know that. If you put fish in milk, it takes the smell right out of the fish. So this is what I want you to do. You pick up the fish like this, all right? And I want you to lay that down. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I have butter, okay, in the bottom of this pan. And okay, that's the way to do it. And what I want you to do, Melissa, pick up the fish like this and lay it very so gently, just like this. Now watch what happens. Go ahead, sweetheart. It's all yours. Look at that. Unbelievable.
Oh, my God.
Ain't that gorgeous? What talent that is.
Yes.
All right. Oh, yeah.
I feel like a champion.
It's okay. You're doing a great job. Keep going. That sounds great.
Oh, this is
Ain't that beautiful?
Here.
That's all right. Now, this is a white fish. Now remember, orange roughy's from Nova Scotia, so that's a whitewater fish, okay? But if you have like flounder, sea bass, that is a seawater fish, okay? More so you need to leave it in milk, and it'll pull out the smell, and it takes that fishy taste, that gaming taste out, and you can really enjoy the flavor. Okay, that looks great. Put them on the side. That's great. Now watch what we're doing over here, everybody. As you can see, okay, I like the way you wiggled that fish there. Is that alive or? All right, doing a great job. Okay.
It is really cold.
It's all right. We have a coat and galoshes for you. Don't worry about it. Okay, keep going. You have any more in there? How much more do you have in there?
I think I'm done.
You think you're done?
I'm done.
Okay, now as you can see, cameraman, what I want you to do here, Mr. Kastel, get a handful of that parsley, please, if you'd be so.
One hand?
Yeah, one handful, and sprinkle it all over that fish.
Oh, this one, I'm good at sprinkling.
Okay, good. We have a sprinkler here.
Yeah,
all right, and I think your sprinkler is
Here, we need some more.
a little bit more there, okay?
no, I'm a good sprinkler.
All right.
My mother taught me how to sprinkle.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's great.
Oh, it's just-
All right, sounds terrific.
was nothing.
You can do the rest. That's quite all right. All right, and then we have some nice garlic over here. Now, what I want you to do, see what I'm doing here? Watch this. We got our studio audience watching. This is what I want you to do. Go all the way down the end with that. That's it. Don't be afraid. Go ahead. Oh, look how nice. Oh, not too much. Just keep going all the way down to the end.
Well, what's interesting is it's really not as strong as it looks as it's going to be, because with the granulated garlic, you don't get that strong of a taste.
You really don't.
Right.
And then what I use here, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do this with the pepper. That's all very good. That's pretty nice there.
Oops.
All right. And as you can see, just a little sprinkle with this. And then, okay, you can use your salt, or you can use other kind of seasonings. But I'll do the salt because I don't want you to get too crazy with the salt. Okay? And then I'll show you the finishing product. Okay, now let's talk about how many cuts of fish that we have here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This goes in the oven, but here's the key. All right, now what I'm going to show you, I'm going to do one. Melissa, I want you to do rest. And Mr. Kastel, what do you got? Your money? You're paying me for something? Holy smoke. Okay, you take out your tomato. You take out your tomato. You put your tomato and you put your lemon. Watch me again. Watch me again here. Put your tomato, all right, and put your lemon. See how I'm doing? See how the design of this? It's all yours. Go ahead. And you have Mr. Kastel. Sandy, get in there. You can do it too. Well, I checked these meatballs back here, and boy, they're looking fantastic.
Don't take them all.
Okay, share with me then.
You women are so bossy. Gee. You have to remember the middle, but that's it.
You do one, I do the other. How about that?
Well, you did the lemon.
But you have to put lemons on top, Freya.
I can't do everything.
You see how you are? You see how you are?
Every man,
Now you see the difference in the way the women does it.
that's why every man needs a woman. Put the lemons on top.
Okay.
The garnish.
You watch your language, the high-class show. Hey, you're a good team, man.
Yes, we are.
You will open a restaurant.
We need another piece of
He didn't count it right.
What's that? It's quite all right. You don't have to. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, look how beautiful this is. Look at that. And again, what happened to the white wine, Sandy?
Somebody moved it.
Somebody moved the white wine. Did somebody drink the white? Oh, no, we have it. Oh,
They're drinking it.
Oh, they're drinking it. All right. And then what you do, ladies and gentlemen, you can use the wine and put your little finger over here like this. And as you can see, all right, you just pour the wine on top of that fish. What do you do? Where do you guys think this is? Out of this world. Delicious here. All right. And then what I'm going to do, now remember, folks, look how gorgeous this is, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see how pretty this is. And the reason why for the lemon and tomato, it stays on top of the fish. And what it does, it makes everything nice and moist and fresh. Now I put in the oven at 450 degrees for 10 minutes. And the next shot you're going to see, we're going to be sitting around the table eating. I'm so excited. Just a minute. Let me go here. Here we go. Would you be so kind to open up that there? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It goes in here. All right. And that gets cooked. And now what we're going to do is now we're going to fry the chicken cutlets, and then I put the roast peppers over the meatballs and chicken cutlets, and then, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see the finishing product. We're going to be sitting around the table. We're going to be eating. We love you. We thank you. What a nice night. I'm having such a good time. Ain't you having fun?
Thank you for joining Sandy Kastel and Friends. See you next time.